Hey everyone, I just wanted to make a quick video because I have some time to burn before I go into court. And if you're wondering, I am not in trouble. Court is not for me. I took on a listing that had to be sold through the probate process with court approval and supervision. And I took this on because I come from a legal background. I've worked in probate and I understand the additional steps that go into selling a property through probate. And I think the first thing to know is that in probate there are essentially two kinds of probate. There is a probate where you have full authority or where you have limited authority and you need court supervision. And the listing that I have right now, the administrator, who is also my client, the seller, she is doing limited authority, needing court supervision. So that means that there are a few extra steps that needed to be taken in order to finalize and close escrow on this property. And so to start, we listed the property in late July. We got an offer in mid-September. After some negotiations and some back and forth, we finally came to an agreement and entered into escrow early October. It was right in the middle of the Napa-Sonoma County wildfires, and my days were kind of a blur then, so I don't know off the top of my head what day it was, but right in the beginning of October we all came to an agreement and got into escrow. So then the next step was that the seller, who's the administrator of the estate, had to notify all beneficiaries that she's accepted an offer and will be moving forward with the sale of the property, and either they accept or they object. The next step was that she had to put a notice in the local newspaper, basically letting the general public know that she's selling this property at this price, and if they would like to overbid it, they can show up to court on this date with cash in hand, and you have to bid 10% over what the accepted offer was. I'm not sure how often that happens. I've never personally had anyone show up and bid. I don't know any realtors or attorneys who have had someone show up and overbid on the property. I'm sure it happens somewhere, but it's not something I know about. And then the next step is to get a court date, which you would think would be relatively easy, but in the county that I'm in, we were up against a little bit of a hurdle because they only hear probate matters one day a week from, I think, 2 to 3 in the afternoon, and there's only one judge who hears these matters, so we were kind of up against a rock and a hard place on getting this hearing date to be able to move this escrow along, because it kind of drags on the whole sale process, the probate process, and essentially it drags on the administrator, who happens to be, you know, a child of the decedent. It drags on her grieving process and her ability to move forward with her life. So we got into contract in October. It is now January 16th. And we have a hearing this afternoon. Hopefully the judge will say yes, you can sell it, and we will close escrow this week. That is really my hope. I am hoping that my client will be able to have some closure after today and move forward with her life, because I know that this is a very difficult thing. And so I think the moral of the story today is, if you own property, if you have a rather large estate of any sort, get some kind of estate plan so that you can save your loved ones the hassle of going through probate, the stress of dealing with the courts, and not only that, it is expensive to go through probate and nobody wants to do this. So I suggest talking to a local estate attorney who can help you, and I will be doing a video with a local attorney to kind of go over the different type of estate plans, because not one size fits all. There are multiple types of estate plan that you can set up. So that is me burning a little bit of time. I now need to go through security, and get up to get a seat, and fingers crossed that we can close escrow today. Thanks. Bye.